How do I make a YouTube video? How long does it take for each step? You asked, and I'm answering. So I'm gonna walk you through step by step, the behind the scenes process and my workflow for how I make a YouTube video. Welcome to Tip Tuesday, where I share bite-sized, bright ideas to build your business. And I've been making videos for a couple years, and my process has pretty much always stayed the same. They look a little different visually, but the process has always remained the same, and I've got it down to a science pretty much. So the process I'm gonna explain to you, the workflow we're gonna go through, and the time that it takes is actually to create 4 videos at one time. So I'm gonna break down how I make a month's worth of content because I post 1 video a week onto YouTube. Let's do it. Research is step number 1. I always say research before you record, because if you're not doing your research, especially for YouTube content, then you're just gonna sink to the bottom of the YouTube sea and no one's ever gonna watch your videos or have them be found. So we don't want that to happen to you. So I say that this is the most labor intensive part, especially when you're first starting. It's between about 4 to 8 hours of work in the beginning. Now for me, it's a lot easier. Once you get it down to really a science, it's a lot easier to do. So 48 hours to do that, not 48, 4 to 8 hours to do that. And if you don't know the formula that we use, it's search volume versus search pool versus views and velocity. If you want a refresher on what that formula actually looks like, you can go to this video, it's in the cards, and check that out. And I'll link it in the description as well. So step 1 is research. The second step is creating an SEO brief. And inside of my program, YouTube for Bosses, we show you exactly how to do this, and we give you exact templates to use. But basically the gist of it is you have just a 1-pager where you write out your title for the video, your description for the video, and hold all of your tags for the video so you can copy and paste it into YouTube once you're ready to actually publish. Step 3 is write your script. So when I say write your script, I don't mean you have to write it word for word, but if you're just starting out making YouTube videos, sometimes that's helpful. So if you need to write out your script word for word, all the power to you, and I'm gonna give you a secret little tactic to make filming a lot easier in just a second. But write out your script with just bullet points. What do you want to cover? What are the steps? And use our hot script formula in order to have everything run in sequential order. So hook, outcome, and testimonial. And again, if you need a refresher on the hot script formula, I'll link to a video in the description where you can check that out. Step number 4 is film. So now it's time to film your video. And equipment-wise, we keep it pretty simple. When I was first starting and up until I hit 50,000 subscribers, I used a webcam, a Logitech C920 webcam, and I used my computer and just clipped the webcam on top of it. And then I used a stack of books as my tripod and just a window for natural light. And actually right now, we're just using a window for lighting as well. So you don't have to have some fancy setup. You can get started with what you have right now. I also used to film videos just using my phone. That works as well. Today we use a Diva light and we use a Sony camera, and that's basically our setup, and a tripod. So it's elevated a little bit, but not too crazy. And then for filming, I always film in small sections. So each of the steps that you're seeing right now, we're doing each of these individually. I'm not trying to do this whole video in one fell swoop, and that's the fastest way to get discouraged, because you're gonna try and do your whole video in one run, and you're gonna get discouraged because you're going to screw up. Everybody screws up, it's inevitable. Then you feel like you're not confident. Then how are you supposed to film the video and actually do it in a great way because you're not feeling good about yourself? So film in small sections. Film the intro, cut. Film step 1, cut. Film step 2, cut. Just keep going until you get through the whole video. It's so much faster to do it that way. And then the final part of filming is A-roll and B-roll. So A-roll is what you're watching right now, me talking to you. This is A-roll footage. And then B-roll is cover-ups. So say I wanted to talk about that one time that I was snorkeling in Hawaii, and you're gonna see me snorkeling in Hawaii, and this is B-roll footage. So that's basically, those are the elements that you need to have when you're filming your video. On camera, and then any cover-ups, graphics, screencasts, or just B-roll footage. Step 5, editing. you have to make it look good. So that's the cool thing too. When you're filming, don't put so much pressure on yourself. You can always just cut things, and you can make yourself look good in editing. That's the beauty of it. So I used to edit my videos myself, and I would use iMovie, and I loved it. And it would take me about 2 hours per video when I was first starting, and then I got obviously faster. I would use iMovie for editing. I would use Canva to create any kind of graphics. Now we use Adobe Premiere, and I don't do the editing myself. I have a wonderful videographer and editor named Peter who takes care of that for me. So Peter, how long does it take you now?
Like an hour.
About an hour. He's a wizard. So it takes him an hour to edit in Adobe. Saves a lot of time. I'm not doing the editing anymore because obviously my business has grown and I'm focused on other things, and that's the beauty of when your business grows. Because of YouTube, you can then bring on team members to help. So I'd love to know what you are using to edit, and if you're wondering how we create those cool social teasers on like Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff, all of that is also done in Adobe Premiere. Step 6 is just upload the video to YouTube, which is pretty simple. You just put it up on YouTube. Press add new video, upload it. I always upload as unlisted because step 7 is where you're gonna optimize. And I don't wanna have my video not optimized and make it public. I wanna keep it unlisted and put in all the information, and then I'll publish it at 6:45 a.m. on Tuesday. So every week, that's when we do it. So when we do the optimization piece of it, it's pretty easy. It takes like maybe 30 minutes because all I'm doing is copying and pasting the information from my SEO brief that I created and putting it into my YouTube description, title, and tags. You've already got that whole piece done. Step 8 is prep work. So if you're gonna promote your video, which if you watch my last video, you know is really important, then you wanna make sure that you have social media copy done and emails done so that you can promote your video to all of those places. So just spending a little bit of time and writing out that distribution copy before you publish, which brings me to step 9. You're actually gonna publish your video. So you're gonna take it from unlisted to making it live and active on YouTube. So when you do that, you wanna just make it public for the world to see and then push it out to all those places that you're gonna promote it, and you're ready to go. Step 10 is you're going to engage within the first 24 hours. So making sure that in the comments, you are responding to people's comments and you're building community, because that's super important, not only to just harvest a really awesome community of your true fans on your channel, but also to increase the engagement on the video, which tells YouTube the video must be really good and they should push it out and suggest it and in search. Again, if you haven't watched last week's video and this is all not making that much sense, make sure that you check it out because I go deep into all of this and how you can start growing from 0 subscribers and 0 viewers right now. Final step, step 11, is to just continue to promote your videos. Just because you promote it once doesn't mean that it's necessarily enough, especially if you're just starting to grow. You want to keep promoting it for weeks, months to come. There's lots of videos that I make that are still relevant a year from now, so I could promote it again on social media or to my list a year from now to keep driving those views and subscribers. And again, if you're just getting started, I highly recommend that you check out my last video on how to grow from 0 subscribers and 0 viewers. You'll learn a lot in it. And if you like this video, then you know what the drill is by this point, especially if you've been around for a little while. I want you to take a screenshot and share it out on Instagram, tag me, and I'll be sure to share it on my story and send you over a DM to say a big thank you. And again, if you like this video, hit that like button below, share it with your friends, and be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell to get notified every single time we post a new video. If you have new ideas for videos you want me to create, put it in the comments. I check them out, I read them, and I love your feedback. It's the whole reason I created this video, actually. So thank you for the suggestions, and please keep watching. I'll see you in the next video.